Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? I am Deshaun Sullivan, the host for the Sully podcast, and today I have with me the beautiful Brianna Lee.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Doing very well, and you guys, she is. I'll let her introduce herself.
Well, my name is Brianna Lee, and I'm a real estate agent in the upstate South Carolina area. I'm just happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, I'm very glad that you're here for sure. So, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram. You can also find us on YouTube and Rumble as well, and that is all platforms. The username is @TheSullyPodcast. TheSullyPodcast. And where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Brianna K. Lee, also on Instagram at @the_Brianna Lee.
Awesome. Well, you really did intrigue me, as actually she's the first guest that we have on the Sully podcast. And I do want to note, she does a lot of great work, here in the upstate, lots of empowerment, especially for, people and women especially as well. She does a lot, very, very great things and good things. And so if you don't mind, just give the audience a little background story, where you're from and how you got to where you're doing today.
So I grew up in Pendleton, South Carolina, a little small town, but I come from a single mother home. So from the very beginning, I had to learn to kind of work with the cards that were given to me. I always like to say it's all about what you do. We all have a reason. We all have a story. So you just have to tap into that. And so from a very young age, I've always been different. So as I've gotten older, I just learned to just grasp it and just try to become, the very best that I can from it. I have one brother, and I think how I really got into the whole women empowerment stage is because I seen a lack. Growing up, I didn't really have a lot of positive role models that were at the place that I wanted to be in one day. So I decided to try to change the narrative and be that for other young females.
No, that's really good. It's really good. I'm very happy that you are doing, what you're doing today for sure. I understand, or at least I can relate, to being a little bit, different from the rest, different from the crowd, and wanting to set a better example for everybody, and I think that you're doing, once again, a great job. Especially a great job, here in the upstate for sure. And there is a lot of young women that will be tuning into this, and you will be a role model, positive role model for all of them. And that's awesome. That's very great. What are some of your hobbies? What do you do for fun?
For fun, I love to travel. I don't really get to do it as much as I would like, but I love to travel. I love to, try different things, new restaurants. Nice. I love meeting new people. And I'm also trying to get into new hobbies that, I've never really done before. So I'm very open to different suggestions. But I'm just at a point now where I'm just trying to figure me out on a different level, just trying different things, trying to see what sticks.
I hear you. That's good. What type of what's your favorite music and
I really enjoy like 90s R&B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of like 112 and yeah.
Like Escape, SWV.
Okay. I hear you. That's really cool. I grew up on a lot of that, from my mom. She's from Tennessee. She loves old R&B, 90s. Loves that stuff. And she kills it. Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great. Tell me a little bit about how you got started with Tiffany and Associates as well. I would like to hear a lot about that.
So it's kind of a long story, but I actually got into real estate kind of accidentally. I originally went to school to be a teacher. But then I quickly realized that's just not what I need to be doing. So I came back home and got a job. I'm in property management. And I really enjoyed it, spoiled a lot of the tenants. And I was like, well, how can I do this on a bigger scale, help more people? And honestly, make more money while doing it. And so that's when I, researched a few different careers in the real estate industry. And I just thought, an agent just made sense for me. I went and took the classes. I actually failed 3 times the test before I got it. And here I am, a lot of ups and downs with it. But I think that this journey, I thought I was doing it because I wanted to be a real estate agent, but I really think God was putting me in this position to help me be who I need to be, and to truly help my faith grow to what it needs to be.
That's good. That is really good. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, speaking of faith, you took it 3 times, and 3 is the number of completion, so you passed. That's really all that matters, and you're doing very well now. Would you like to speak on your faith a little bit more? Can you expand on that?
Yeah. So I've always been I grew up in church, been in church all my life, but I think it was when I got older that I truly understood God in a new light, because I really, church just what was normal, what I grew up. So as I've been through my own challenges and different opportunities, it helped me to see it on a new light. It was times that, I've been through a lot of different things that a lot of people wouldn't even imagine, because I always try to be a strong person, a positive person. But I think that it was in those low moments that I knew it was nobody but God that helped me to get me through. And even, a lot of times growing up, people don't really think that, God is for young people, or God is, whatever. But I think that it's important that if we get a true understanding of God for who he truly is early on, it'll help our lives to be a little bit more smoother. Not perfect, but, a little bit more smoother.
I totally agree. That is very deep. It's very good. It is. I do also want to hit, it is very impressive to see young women that are still in the faith and still very active in the Bible. Again, being positive role models, positive reinforcement for the younger generation of women, men, even, whoever is coming up that needs to see a real strong, positive person. And I can tell, you're doing, once again, an amazing job of being a very responsible and mature adult and young lady, for sure. And it's missing today. There's a lot of different things that people, they just go down the wrong path, and a lot of things can steer you down that way. But it takes a very strong and resilient person to recognize that they want to be better. They want to not necessarily change. Not everybody, ends up in the wrong path, but wants to be better than what society expects us to be. And again, that is very valiant of you, and you totally have all the kudos in the world for that, for sure.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy, and I think that it's very important that we highlight the importance of, just because you are a Christian and just because, you choose to follow God, you have to understand that it's not going to always be easy. It's not going to be perfect. You just have to build that relationship on your own. And I think also it's a problem because a lot of times the people that are followers of God are sometimes the most rudest, meanest people, the most judgmental people that I've ever met. So I think that that's a big part of why a lot of people in our generation are kind of against the church, against God, because they're like, well, how can they, say they are Christians and love God, but they can't even speak, or they judge people so quickly.
Oh yeah. One thing that I used to kind of hit on, when I was growing up, was that I don't believe that people left the church for the religion aspect. I believe that people left the church for the people that were in the church. Meaning, we all grow up and we kind of see what we looked up to, and some of those influences were good. Some of those influences weren't the best, and they're in every religion and every church and society, but it has, again, it has been a very big loss of believers here recently, and it does take, once more, it takes valiant young women just like yourself to really hold that banner up and really keep the movement going, show good positive reinforcement and good examples of the Christ, the Bible, and how you strive to go through life and actually get out of it on the upper end, and be victorious for sure. Well, let's I guess we will promote a little bit of your business, Tiffany and Associates in real estate. And do you have any listings open right now and around the upstate, or?
So right now I don't have currently any listings. I really work with a lot of buyers right now. So I have a new home buying blueprint that I created for home buyers to kind of give them a in-depth understanding of the process, because I think a lot of times people feel like they can't buy a home because they don't understand it or they don't know the steps. So I created this to just give people a true understanding to realize it's really not as difficult as we make it to be, as long as you have the right team around you to help you.
Where can they find that?
So I normally send it via email or on social media. So if you would like a free copy of the blueprint, you can email me at briannalee@tiffanyhandassociates.net, or you can simply send me a DM on Facebook at Brianna K. Lee or Instagram at _Brianna Lee.
Awesome. That's great. That is great. Well, there you guys have it. Brianna Lee. She is, once more a very strong, courageous young woman, and she's doing very, very good, successful things here in life. And I just want to give you those kudos once more. And
Thank you.
oh yeah, for sure. And we'll close out with this right here. So once more, this was the Selly Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. And that is at the Selly Podcast. And where can they find you once more?
You can find me on Instagram at _Brianna Lee, on Facebook at Brianna K. Lee. So there you have it.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am. Well, you guys please, share, like, subscribe, follow her. Go get that book. Go get good content. If you need a home, you know where to go. Tiffany and Associates here in the upstate of South Carolina. And we'll close out. God bless. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.